Hello.
Just end the Zoom meeting.
In the Zoom and then for the YouTube.
Are you?
It's on.
It's all
Yeah.
kind of combined, okay,
This can be,
What are you doing?
and then shut her down.
Okay.
That's why it's no longer why I'm not a voting member. I
when
would
you
not
can
want
make this big enough to see. There you go.
treasurer or.
Yeah, just end Zoom meeting and share.
Yeah.
And shut down.
Because I'm not a voting.
Yes,
member.
and like
I
fully shut
still
down.
have to sign.
That's how you do
it, and you're like the
No, I've
secretary.
been working
I'm
with
not a
Rob
voting member,
for
I don't want to.
6 years.
Okay.
You were in Eagle side before that, right?
I'm like, nope, not going there, I'm not doing any of that, no more. How are you? Good. I tried calling Robbie today, I need to talk.
He's out today.
Is he out today? I'll call him tomorrow.
Yeah, he'll be back.
Okay. Getting ready to go to Commissioner's Court Monday to ask for new software. Yes, they already know. I'm gonna switch. The software that we have, that, because I'm on the same as with them, is not a collection software, and I've been dealing with this since 2014.
And
it really pretty much sucks with collections. It's maybe all right for appraisal side, but.
Maybe.
I throw that in there. I throw the maybe, it's not a good software, I'm sorry, it's bad, I hate
So
it.
what are you interested in?
ACT, it is also, like a subsidiary from my marker. So it'll be easier for them, it'll be easier for, because Linebarger's doing your guys' collections now for. With all that will be in our system, we'll be able to see that too,
Okay.
and it'll all be integrated in. And so it'll be a lot easier, and it actually, a lot better for us, it'll be able to export into my QuickBooks instead of us manually doing everything. And maybe it won't take me, since these guys won't leave me alone with the refunds checks. I have to manually, the last one was 55 checks, and I have to manually write every one of them, because it don't import.
But.
So I have a sheet, and it's for error addresses and dollar amounts, luckily, I can balance the report.
There is a
But
contact.
I may miss an address, and I have gotten some back and said the wrong zip code. Didn't catch it.
Today.
People come in and said, you misspelled my name, and like, and the bank wouldn't cash it for a misspelled name like that, just like, things like that.
It's cool.
It'll be a lot,
What?
I said, not their permission for me means
a
anything.
lot less types,
Well, yeah, it's good to check.
and it's not any more money that I'm paying, so.
We
I
don't.
might just get scared.
So that's what,
Monday, I'm
Sam
gonna-
had
what we
on
can
too.
say.
Sam Cat and
Yeah.
Oasis started with them,
Yeah.
Jackson's on them now, Victoria's on them.
That makes sense.
And what the part I was having struggling with was being on separate systems from
That's
CAD.
housekeeping.
But all of them, they all are too, and they said it's not hard. She just, instead of the supplements, me going in there and pushing a button, she just has to send me a file that I have to import.
Gotcha.
Kevin?
That's no big deal.
He said he'd be here about 5 minutes late. I
Perfect.
guess he's practicing to be a judge already.
Yeah. We need to tell.
Get that practice in there.
So I saw he said, thank you to everybody on, does that mean that there's not, since this is the primary, there's not a Democrat?
Right.
Those are on this side.
A lot of the offices were decided,
You saw the little
the
note.
judge was
I thought you
deciding,
might
he
want to
was
mention that we
deciding,
got rid of all that.
There he is.
What?
Here comes the judge.
We have an old line. We don't want to have trouble.
Already,
I'm right now, like 3 different people will be like, yeah, that,
neon sign.
which one?
I guess I don't go by your office at dark. After the election, I went to the courthouse,
Yeah.
and I drove by, I'm like, really, that's pretty bougie. That was pretty,
That's my wife's, like, she likes baking stuff like that, so she's, I'm gonna.
that's bougie sign. Now you gotta put it on the side of your building, just leave it there.
That's
Just
coming
take
down,
the line.
it's all coming down.
Yeah.
Winter steam.
Yeah, that was nice.
The one that.
Who's in charge of picking up all the
I don't
signs?
know either one of them, but.
Who's
Lisa
in charge of
also
picking up the
looked like she had.
signs?
We have to go do it all.
Yeah.
And I was shocked when she didn't.
Now, who was the one that was working there? There's one that was.
Lisa.
That was her.
Lisa's already working there.
Yeah, Lisa's already
And
worked.
she
the chief
didn't
deputy.
get.
No,
That's correct.
The new,
But
but the lady
no,
that used to work.
used to
there,
work
that-
there, yes, very little time, yes.
I
What's her
wondered-
name? Jamie?
Jamie Murphy.
Jamie.
Her husband is big into the fishing guide area. So that's where a lot of her backing, I'm sure, came from. will have one runoff
The precinct too.
if we have the commissioner.
It'll be,
Oh, yeah.
it'll be between Pee Wee and Scott News.
Yeah.
Yeah, we have 2 statewide runoff.
And then,
I didn't look at statewide.
Yes,
Well, I
there'll be.
guess one of them's not gonna be, I guess, because supposedly Paxton's gonna back out.
oh, have you heard that?
That's what I just read.
So is Trump gonna back the,
And then,
what guy? Yeah, Corning.
we do have the Diane, we do think is gonna have it, she does have a Democrat,
Oh, really?
yes.
Oh,
She
okay.
does have somebody in
Yeah,
there.
she got like nearly 80%.
That's good, she's good, there,
I've been in front of her,
yeah,
she's a good judge.
she is very good.
Yeah, started the meeting.
We have?
Oh, the meeting hasn't started.
I mean,
Either the recording.
the recording.
Has started, yeah.
Hi, you should tell us when that happens.
Are we ready to proceed? Are we good? Okay, all right, well, then we will gavel in here. This is the March 5th, 2026 meeting of the Aransas County Presidential Board of Directors. And we do have a published agenda here, and the first thing we need to do is declare quorum and call to order. I see that everyone is in attendance today on the board except for Nikki Yarnell. She was not able to make it. So we do have a quorum. And secondly, on our agenda is citizens to be heard. Do we have any citizens to be heard?
Well, looking that
It
way.
does not appear that we do, so we'll go ahead and close that agenda item. And then agenda item 3, administration of oaths to newly appointed board members.
Okay, so you'll read the oath of office and then you'll read a second one.
Okay, yeah, I pass this over here. I got two copies.
Well, no, then your name's on that.
Oh,
one.
I'm sorry.
This
I
one
meant-
is for Janet.
Oh, I want you to read her name.
Yeah. Okay, so I'm guessing we're supposed to stand for this one.
That would be fine.
Okay. All right. I'm supposed to read my name. I, Matt Oker, do solemnly swear or affirm that I will faithfully execute the duties of the office of Board of Director Member for the Aransas Appraisal District of the state of Texas and will to the best of my ability preserve, protect, and defend the Constitution and laws of the United States and of this state, so help me God.
And then the second one,
Oh, second, okay. I, Matt Oker, do solemnly swear or affirm that I have not directly or indirectly paid, offered, promised to pay, contributed, or promised to contribute any money or thing of value, or promised any public office or employment for the giving or withholding of a vote at the election of which I was
Thank
elected,
you, Scott.
or as a reward to secure my appointment or confirmation, whichever the case may be, so help me God. Okay, I'll send in those.
All right. I, Janet Hasty, do solemnly swear or affirm that I will faithfully execute the duties of the office of the Board of Director Member for the Aransas Appraisal District of the state of Texas and will to the best of my ability preserve, protect, and defend the Constitution and laws of the United States and of this state, so help me God. And I, Janet Hasty, do solemnly swear or affirm that I have not directly or indirectly paid, offered, promised to pay, contributed or promised to contribute any money or thing of value or promised any public office or employment for the giving or withholding of a vote at the election at which I was elected or as a reward to secure my appointment or confirmation, whichever the case may be, so help me God.
and then you can sign.
Okay. Great job. We have props.
Before we get to swear at them now?
We were just swearing.
It's a swear- I'll swear at.
Oh, swear, sorry, I misread that.
Okay, moving right along, thank you very much for getting those documents ready for us. As always, we appreciate all the administrative help that we get here from staff. Okay, agenda item number 4, election of chairman and secretary for the current year from members of the board. I guess we'll entertain a motion, whether somebody wants to nominate someone for chairman or secretary, whichever case may be.
I'll nominate Matt Locker as chairperson, and that was Larry second.
We have a motion and a second. Is there any discussion? Okay, I'll accept the nomination. All right, all those in favor?
I,
Opposed? Motion carries. I abstain, so it's 3-0.
who's taking the minutes of this meeting, by the way? I will.
The video.
Video.
Okay, do we have any motions to nominate someone for secretary?
I motion that we nominate Nikki Yarnell for secretary.
And I'll second.
You guys are ruthless.
Okay, do you have any discussion? I'll just add that this is kind of like being a member of the American Legion. If you don't show up for the office, you'll get an office.
As long as she's good with it, I'm good with it.
I haven't heard anything to the contrary, so,
She said yes.
okay, good.
Okay.
good. I didn't know if that was a conversation that.
Somebody had.
At least expected you're elected.
Is there any further discussion on that? Not, we'll go ahead and hold the vote. All those in favor, aye? Aye. Opposed? Hearing none, motion carries 4-0.
She's yelling at home.
Yeah. Okay,
And then that is for the chairman. I think you can just go ahead and sign it.
do you want me to write my name in here or?
Yes.
Okay, right on.
And I'll say, last year, Matt, I thought you did a great job as the chairperson, and I think you'll do a great job this year.
Well, thank you, I appreciate that. It's been easy because I have,
Where's our snacks? And I would have.
hey, it's easy when you're working with good people to shine, right? Yeah. Good deal, wonderful. So we got that behind us now. Agenda item number 5, consideration and action on minutes of the December 2nd, 2025 board meeting. Those should be in front of each of us. And is there any, would anyone like to make a motion to adopt or edit? Okay,
So I think, to me, a minute should be able to refresh your memory on what happened at the board meeting. And where we decided not to do an evaluation of. I'm trying to find it now. Which. We were gonna do an evaluation. Chief appraiser evaluation, number 8. But no action taken. Could we say why? Because we decided that he hadn't been in the position really long enough.
I thought that was because it was the evaluations from the employees. Was that?
Yeah.
Is that not the recollection?
I did that employee evaluation just to give them a chance to tell you all something.
But is that what was on that agenda though?
What was on the agenda was if you guys wanted to evaluate me, and then you guys said at that point in time, maybe there hadn't been enough time.
Okay.
If I remember correctly, someone actually said the possibility of a summer
Right, that's.
evaluation.
That being said, I noticed my name is not in attendance on here and I was, because I remember all this.
Okay, that,
Okay.
okay, so that'd be under number 1?
Yeah.
Okay, so, yeah, that's great. So how
I
did
even
you?
remember, I know I was here because I remember the auditor was here.
Yes, ma'am.
And I said,
Maybe they defer to the summer since he was just appointed June 25th, I think. That's what I was looking up when I hit the Zoom button, June 25th.
Yeah, to get closer to the calendar year.
Yeah.
So if you would like to just draft
I'll
that,
draft
and then we'll get it to Val. And if she's, are you able to edit that and present us with another copy before we leave here today?
I believe it was in a Word format,
This
so,
thing here, could you just edit it and then make it sign it today?
yes, I can go do that.
Did you hear everything? There
Uh,
was a
I'm
ad.
writing it.
add,
Okay, Janet's right for that.
oh, okay, great.
So we'll just circle back to that. That way we can do motion second and a formal vote on it, and we'll take up Ms. Marshall's moment as well. Okay, so we're gonna skip that for right now, and we'll go to agenda item number 6. Consideration of and possible action on resolution adopting rule authorizing the chief appraiser to correct other inaccuracies per 25.25B of the Texas Property Code. Take it away, Chief Appraiser.
Okay, so there's an ordinance, I think you guys were emailed the ordinance, and if not. We received an ordinance from the city of Aransas instructing us to remove the city of Aransas from one particular property in Aransas Pass. And there was some back and forth. It took a while, I'd say 4 or 5 months of back and forth. Then they issued the ordinance for us to follow. The issue is the tax code in 2525B has some wording in here, like there's not ultimate authority to change roles. And so there's wording in 2025B that says the words, it says what a chief can do, that there's multiple appraisals and erroneous denial. there's these things, and then it says, or a clerical error, or other inaccuracy as prescribed by board rule that does not increase the amount of tax liability. And I believe that this thing that the city of Aransas is asking would require a board rule. I don't think that I can just, even though it's an ordinance, I don't think that I'm supposed to just follow anything. I think the way that the tax code states this change would happen was by you guys making a rule, and then we would sign a resolution, or Matt would sign a resolution saying this is what we did. It is a lot of paperwork, but I would say this is a no-brainer. The city of Aransas is saying they want to
Yeah.
release these guys, and so nobody's being harmed. The city of Aransas is asking to do it. The issue
The
is
homeowner has to do it, right?
the homeowner wants to do it, the city wants to do it, everybody wants to do it. The thing is that this is a no-brainer, but we could always run up against something that's not a no-brainer. So we want to do it the same every time, that this would be, even though I think it isn't, I would say I would want you guys to do this. And I know the family would want this to happen. So that's what this is about.
Okay, so my thought on this is procedurally, the way to go with this is treat this as a one-off, because I think that's what we discussed.
Yeah,
And then we would come back later and adopt an actual standing rule. Is that right?
potentially, we could just make a rule, we don't have to do this every time. We may make the rule, you could make a rule where you guys, I think the rule's already in place, actually, where you would still find out. It would never not be
Right.
where you didn't know,
So we would
But
just
we
adopt
could-
a resolution then.
but we could adopt a resolution where I don't have to ask. But you would still know, that this was something like this happened.
Okay,
I mean,
How often is one property?
This stuff doesn't happen very often. The last time it happened ironically was in Aransas Pass. with-
I remember that quite
with-
well.
With the annexation that didn't take. That's the last time this board of directors has had to make a rule like this.
Yeah, it's been a while.
so I think what we should probably do then is we start off, I think we could take a vote of the notice of this ordinance that we've been provided with it. We agree with the substance of it. Vote on that and then just vote on adopting the resolution. Does that sound okay?
It's great with me, and we want to do this.
Okay.
So, we're, like you said, we're treating this as a one-off.
Right.
And then we'll address like you being able to do this going forward, because I mean, this to me, we don't need a say so, and this is more your purview. As long as you don't just go crazy,
I
just
think-
randomly taking everything. You know what I mean?
Well, and I think that's where the tax code, am I right about this, Val? Anything that was changed, they would always know. This would be, like, let's say this rule was in place and we made this change. This would still be part of our report that we do for 25-20. Anything else in 25?
Yes, yes.
So it would
that's
be
true.
there. Mhm.
Well, it'd be available to, but you're not gonna come to us with an agenda item every time you
No.
take somebody or change. them.
Preferably, we wouldn't do
I
that.
don't want to see that.
So it'd be similar to the disclosure that I get from the ARB chairman.
It would be very,
Okay.
it would basically be the same thing.
There's a procedural disclosure that has to go.
Let's do it,
Yeah.
yeah.
Okay, so I'll entertain a motion to either adopt or reject ordinance number 2025-4507, which emanates from the city of Aransas Pass.
I'll make that motion to adopt the ordinance number 2025-4507 coming out of Aransas Pass.
All right, we have a second.
I'll second
A motion, a second. Is there any discussion? Hearing none, let's go ahead and take the vote. All those in favor, aye. Aye.
Aye.
Opposed, nay. Motion carries 4-0.
Well, I'm not a nay because it doesn't affect me on taxes. Because it's in Aransas Pass. That's
We gotta
Marcy.
make the change.
I was gonna say poor Marcy. It's
Okay,
only one
now,
property though, right?
do we have a motion to adopt a resolution that accompanies the,
I'll give you I'll make a motion to adopt the resolution adopting rule authorizing chief appraiser to delete taxing unit from the appraisal roll in regards to what's the property description? There you go. 520 Jacoby Lane in Aransas Pass, Texas.
we have a second?
I'll second.
All right, we have a motion second. Is there further discussion? Hearing none, call for the vote. All those in favor, aye.
Aye.
Aye. Opposed, nay. Motion carries 4-0. Thank you.
something that y'all just did in 5 minutes is 5 months. It's just paragraphs, yeah,
Paralysis by analysis.
Oh. okay.
All right, so good deal. So we are through agenda item number 6. Agenda item number 7, consideration of possible action on 2026 contract with auditing firm. Is that Goland or Galland? We'll call it Goland. Goland, Morales and Smith PLLC. All right, do we have a motion?
What was
The contract with the
I
auditing
make a
firm.
motion to discuss contract.
Okay, we have a second.
I'll second.
All right, we have a motion second. Proceed to discussion.
I mean, I guess my only concern is how long it took last time. We got 24 this couple months ago, so I know we said it was due to legislative changes and that.
Yes,
They're usually pretty quick.
we want it faster,
Yeah.
yes. That, I agree. We don't wanna, that's weird to be that thinking, having to think back like that, yeah.
Is this auditing firm, are there any? I know a lot of times with these auditing firms, there's only a handful of them that do specific types of audits.
Yes.
So is it one of those deals where we're kind of stuck? I mean, I like the fact that they're just over in Corpus. I doubt there's anybody here that'll do it
No,
specifically here in Rockport. So,
It doesn't have the expertise to deal with the,
yeah. Is there anybody else in Corpus? Like, have we tried to get a bid on anybody else?
try. And I think, Kevin, I think they've been our auditor for
A long time.
They're usually pretty.
forever.
And
Well, I
like
remember
very,
24, I didn't think that they.
No, they were never late.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I
they
thought
never-
that-
There's the Gatsby ruling.
they've never been late with them. They're usually pretty.
But even with the Gatsby ruling, to me, that was just pretty late.
You know, another way to think of this is also, I could have been more proactive in getting them on the agenda, which may have inspired a little faster report. You know, there could have been earlier phone calls by me saying, hey, we really want to get you on the agenda. And then that may have created a quicker move. Also in here, just to point this out, there is a difference on, these pages aren't numbered, but on second to the last page, there's engagement, administration fees and others. And there's some wording there where there's an increase that will not exceed 9350 is $1,700 higher than it was. In addition, we will prepare the depreciation schedule for 550. If GASB 101 conversion is required, that service can be performed for an additional 1750. That 1750 is the number that when Jeff was in here giving you guys the run over of that audit, where he said that we did that calculation, but it really wasn't complete. They need to go further back in time. Like we did a 2-year GASB 101 thing, we did it in office. But to me, he was pointing out that it wasn't sufficient. I also felt like in that meeting, it was also pointing out that some of our audit was being done by me. And I don't want to do that, I don't think. I think I'd rather
Yeah,
do
that would
this.
be inappropriate.
Yeah, well, he's auditing me performing a task that I'm not trained to do. It's an actuarial thing where you're having to calculate ages and retirement ages and do stuff that.
So is that kind of stuff, 'cause I know like Gary Cade came in halfway through the year last year and started handling a lot of the accounting stuff. Are they gonna be able to step in and handle some? No?
No, I've talked to Gary about it. It's really a niche thing, you know? It's like you were saying, I doubt anybody around here in Rockport can do it. I think that was very true. The more I've learned about this, it is.
So are you basically telling us we need to prepare room in the
Well,
budget for that?
Well, that's what I
750?
thought I was gonna do, and I don't know if you guys remember how this turned out, but after I talked to Matt, I realized that I hadn't looked. I saw this and said, hey, let me let you know this is going on, and then I went and looked at our budgeted item. And somebody here, me or one of y'all knew, because we're budgeted for it. So I don't know how, I don't remember, but I looked at the budget and we got it. We budgeted $20,000 for bookkeeping and accounting.
And we still decreased the budget, so let's just
So I think we're
let's just
okay.
keep
I
rolling.
mean, maybe we're gonna trickle over the 20 a little bit because of this, but it's not gonna be,
If we need to do something about it, we'll address it.
yeah, it seems like it's all right.
But let's try to get them on a little quicker and.
We added a $4,500 increase to that budget. So,
Speaking of budget, I need to get with you on that. It's only gonna be one increase. Portion that I paid, you will have to pay the whole thing out, and that's just the data.
oh yeah,
That's it. That's it.
Gotcha.
The rest of it's just gonna be deducted.
yes, ma'am.
Okay, is there any further discussion?
One more question. Did they charge us last time to come to the board and be?
No, that's part of that audit.
All right, do we have a motion?
I have one more question.
Yeah.
Are you good with this, the way it sits?
I am, I think we need to do it. In fact, they're gonna be here in 2 weeks.
Okay.
So,
Lucky you.
yeah. They'll be here in 2 weeks, so it is, I think we do need to do this.
I'll make a motion to accept the contract as it's presented to us from Golan, Morales and Smith PLC for our audit.
All right, we have a second?
I will second that.
All right, motion is second, maybe we already have a motion anyway, whatever.
We had a motion and a second to discuss it.
There you
added
go,
to
now we have
accept it.
motion.
Now,
All right.
motion to accept.
Is there any further discussion? Hearing none, call for the vote. All those in favor signify by saying aye. Aye. All those opposed, nay. No nays, motion carries 4-0. Wonderful.
Who
Okay.
signs that contract?
Yeah, very good. Both of us, okay. Look back here, yeah, it's got it there. Okay, and I can do that whenever, whichever copy you
I
want.
got
to do.
some here for you
All right.
at the end of the day. There'll be a couple.
Not a problem. Okay, agenda item number 8. Discussion of 2027-2028 Aransas County Appraisal District reappraisal plan.
So we did not print out the whole reappraisal plan, but that's why these tablets are up here. And also, in case y'all want to do this in the future, we don't have to print out all of the documents. But if you'll pull it up. What's that? And it is a touch screen.
How do you get out of the home screen there? The password must be Matt is great.
Almost.
I think the hint of that part is a
Probably all
little
of them.
different.
That is great exclamation point. I got it. I wasn't prepared for all this. I'd have brought my white out.
To use on the
We don't,
screen.
we don't need a motion to do the discussion, right? Because it's the agenda item.
Yeah, no, we're fine.
I wanted this on here because I wanted to start talking about this process,
I hope it's just a start because this is gonna.
in 24. I don't want to get too deep in it today, but I wanted to start, like, put it on everybody's radar. 2024 was a mess, trying to get it done. That meeting ended up being like 4 hours long. We ended up budget and reappraisal plan. It was not how it needs to go, and I want to start putting it on everybody's radar now that, like, let's take a look at this and actually address it this year. And whether we do workshops or whatever to get some meaningful changes made, that we can figure out as we go through this. But I wanted it first meeting, like, it's due this year, it's due in September, so let's start looking at it.
It'll be here before we know it.
Yeah, it absolutely will.
Yeah, I agree.
I think my comment on that is yes, everybody take some time with this. If there's something, you need to discuss, feel free to reach out to another board member or Ray and talk about it. And if I recall, I think the controversial aspect of this last go around was the skipping years appraisal deal.
There was that aspect, it's, yeah, and that came to a head and I don't, because correct me if I'm wrong, but y'all were against skipping years, right?
We are, but I mean, I can talk a little bit about this, but I'm against it, like. But I have reasons for it, like, I'm not,
I'm fine, and
Yeah.
I'm kind of, after all the discussions we had, I'm fine with that.
yeah, but I'm not against it, like. For any reason other than appraisal. reasons, like I don't
The
have
actual
like,
value of it,
yeah, like
Yeah.
why we would do what we do.
yeah,
I kind of feel like the way that this really would work, that I would come to y'all and say, hey, guys, we need to be every 3 years. Or hey, guys, we're 3 years, we need to be every other year. It would be me trying to convince the board that we need to go from 3 to 1 or 1 to 3 or 1 to 2 because I'm seeing not enough change. Or I'm seeing like we're wasting time in the field, we don't need to be out there, or there's too much traffic and it's just not working. It's, we're not able to do it. There would be like some real tangible reasons for this change, for a change like that. I'm completely open though to discuss it, you know, and think about it and all that. I just, that's the stuff.
Mhm.
That's the very minimum of, that I have.
So it seems to me like it's a bit counterintuitive because you basically have three silos. You'd have the taxpayers would want to skip years in a rising market. And then the taxing entities would want to skip years in a falling market. And then you guys want to skip years in a stable market. Right?
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah, you got
Yeah.
your different.
Yeah.
Everybody has their own opinions.
Right.
and I mean, I think, since we're discussing, I think personally, I think I'm fine with every year, like, it's part of the game.
Yeah.
It's the legislature and the comptroller that is a big part of the problem, in my opinion, as far as that's concerned. But on a level of, the market changes every single year, one way or the other, you know, and y'all do a good job, I think. And especially under Ray's leadership, I think I've been really impressed with what I've seen,
I'll tell you, one of the things, guys, and this isn't, like, this is not a negative towards the other entities that have to do with building, but it's really permitting. So like, if you imagined being able, like, the city permits correctly because they have the departments and the ordinances to do it. But when you drive through the county, things change every year without permits. I mean, but then someone could tell the county, hey, do your job, but then the county would have to say, well, we gotta spend more money then.
Right.
Like, we'd have to hire people and we need another engineer and we need more trucks. So there is like this give and take there. And so the problem in a county that has, you know, a lot of stuff going on constantly is that if you started skipping years, you would start missing things.
Mhm.
Cause when you arrived in some area of the county, things would have changed, but you're like 2 years and it's, you can't see the
right,
fresh.
and then
growth.
now you got a $200,000-$300,000 increase over a 2-year period instead of that gradual.
You just start
Step
missing
up,
stuff,
yeah.
yeah.
Around here, especially as you blink your eyes, something changes.
It does.
Like somebody's businesses come and go.
Yeah, I asked the guy one time, he built a big metal building, he's in the county, and I was just kidding him. I said, hey, did you permit that? And I knew him, and he said, permits are for suckers.
So,
I mean, you know,
so like I said, I wanted to put it all on everybody's radar, because the last board meeting that we did the reappraisal plan, I think Matt and I were the only ones still on the board at that point. And so y'all don't know what we went through that night with everything. And
Ms.
you were
Marshall was
too.
with us.
You were too.
I've been on here longer than you do.
But nobody's mad at you.
I know, I just sit back and like.
You didn't get yelled at.
Are you saying I didn't need to go through all 32 pages of this prior to coming here?
I don't
No,
know.
that's great. I've already been through all 32.
Yeah.
We're
The rest of
always-
us, yeah, we've already seen it.
Okay.
We're always. you know,
Because
we're-
we didn't
we're open to
we didn't
talk.
really change anything in it that year, because it came down to the wire, and we basically said, well, we don't have any more time, it has to be done tonight, so we changed the years and the name of the school district and like 1 or 2 other minor typo things. But there's stuff in it that needs to be addressed, period, and I want.
So how are we gonna do that? Because it says we have to have a public hearing.
Mhm.
So once we get it the way we want it, then we would have a proposed hearing and put that out there.
Yep.
And it all comes to a head there in September, but last year we approved a budget without having to come to the end of the line. So maybe
Yeah.
we can,
Right.
Get it
you
done
never
ahead
know,
of time.
maybe we can do it again.
So why don't we just arbitrarily set a deadline of, let's say, May 1st, if anybody wants to make revisions to it. And then we get those into Ray or Val, and then we try to get this thing adopted. Can we adopt it as early as like June?
We can.
Let's just figure on that then.
Let's do it.
That's, yeah.
I think that's right.
I mean, you're speaking our language. I mean,
Other than it's your busy time.
but the thing is
That's okay.
even September is when we're coming through and we're still doing, so there's.
Well, I mean, even if we set it for early August, as long as you have something to look at by the early May, and then it gives you a month or two to put everything together, and then.
Yeah.
Let's make meaningful strides this year,
Yeah.
not just last minute everything.
Right,
And there's no reason to make any of this a surprise gotcha thing. Let's just,
There you
everybody's
go.
got revisions, let's get them to Ray.
There you go.
Let's take feedback from him,
Yep.
and then we get a clean
And
document in front of us.
We can bring it up at a May meeting if we need to at that point and talk about it if we need to, and then be ready to go July, August with just the approval of it.
Yeah, I don't foresee there being
Okay.
a big problem there.
Good.
And I probably have more just grammatical formatting changes like we
Janet,
did with.
we love it.
personnel.
It was great. I'm telling you, it was great.
Mm.
When was the last time that it was
Use
really?
the red
gone through?
pen.
It's been 20 years.
So much
Yeah,
of
use
it's
red
like
pen,
plagiarized.
basically.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So
Yeah.
much of it is.
It's
Copy
year,
paste,
year
copy
over
paste,
year,
move here,
yeah,
move there.
and so it's probably been 20 or 30 years since it's had a meaningful.
It really reminds me of a standard operating procedure. Before I did this, I worked in industrial type jobs, and it's like, you're gonna change this valve out. And there's standard operating procedure, and it's like, does the standard operating procedure match the way you actually
Yeah.
change the valve or not? And every once in a while, companies will go, hey, we need to find out if we're actually following that thing or not. Sometimes you gotta tell them, well, if you follow it, you can't change the valve.
There's defense for our appraisal district as well. If you're going by the appraisal plan and you using that as your guidelines, then people can't necessarily be all surprised, because now you have a public facing document that's a
That's right.
record that says how we're doing.
Yep.
Yeah.
So
It's great.
Adds procedural cover.
there you go.
Okay, so we can move on from agenda item number 8, and we will move to agenda item number 9. That is the chief appraiser report.
A few things. All right, there, I don't know if they're in any particular order, just some stuff I've been writing down. All the items in Victoria are now in Rockport. So there is no more storage in Victoria. There's no more payments. We've got it all here in that building out back. It was anti-climatic as far as what we got. We didn't get anything in there, Val, right? That was like a treasure chest.
And no, that's surprising.
Don't take lunch here.
No, it was just stuff.
It was just stuff.
Yeah,
My full elementary grade transcripts weren't in there. were they?
I don't think so.
Now you're safe.
For another year until somebody finds them.
This was not on my radar, but it is now. Our current bank agreement will end in 26. We were on a 2-year agreement. What that means is we will end up, we will have to do a request for bid processed for that. And I don't know if that's the correct wording. It's either request for bid or request for proposal. We'll have to put it in the newspaper. The last time we did it, no bank put their name in other than
I think we just.
Prosperity.
They're in Prosperity with the only one. that
but we
does
signed a
it.
2-year contract, and so that ends this year.
Is it over 50? Well, yours is 100,000. Is it over 100,000? Then it'll be
Yes.
a formal bid.
Yeah.
Okay, in January, the map reviewer, we had a map reviewer here from the comptroller for a week. We'll get the results in the fall, and our expectation from the review is that we will pass. Was there anything that you would want to say about that, Val?
Well, the MAP stands for the Methods and Assistance Program, and it's really a check on how we are doing administratively. The PVS, which is the property value study, is more on the values and the appraisal side. But methods and assistance, yes, is that they look very deeply into the things we are doing to make sure that we are following what we should be doing in the code.
They're sampling every category of property, they're sampling any kind of government paperwork, and then they're asking us questions. We send them information about 3 months ahead of that, which they look over. And they show up on site and do another set of, that's like an on-site research, talk to the employees, and we just answer questions. So that was good. I mean, my expectation is we're great. We passed. I don't know if we're gonna even have one red mark. We'll see. This is the big one. I never know. I've been thinking about this. I almost think about this every day. This is, I don't know how to put, to say, how big of a deal this is, but we received our PBS results and, we are in local value, which is meaning we passed. So we do not have another study for PBS until 2027.
Fantastic.
It's fantastic. So we had a staff party here. We're being recorded. We paid for the staff party.
Yes.
No money spent by the entities, but
No.
it's just
Good
so
job,
good.
Ray.
Yeah, it's,
Yeah.
I mean, I've, the last month of waiting for those results, it's just, yeah.
So let me ask you a question. Is that something that we publish?
Well, not on our website. They are published for anybody to look at,
To the comptroller?
but you do have to go find them. Yeah.
Is there a reason we wouldn't publish it?
Most people probably don't know what they're looking at.
Yeah, I don't know, Matt. It would be like, we could put a link on there, for anybody to look at anything.
I'm just saying,
Put some confetti with a big thing,
Yeah.
big sign says we passed our PSV study.
Yeah.
I mean,
If you'd like to see
Yes.
it, you can link there.
Yeah, it's, one of the things that I'm really happy about is it just provides us the ability. It's, Eamon, the commercial appraiser on staff, he says it's always odd to be so happy about stuff you don't have to do. So we don't have to rebut, we don't have to do paperwork, we don't have to have conversations, we don't have to have Zoom calls. It's all the stuff you don't have to do. And it's great.
Does that mean you're within like 5% of their
We are.
values or whatever?
We were like, I think we were at like the 96%.
Okay.
So we were close.
Yeah.
We were close.
You're still in there.
But we're in there. Yeah, heck yeah. It's like
Almost
whatever. 95.1 would have been okay.
Yep.
So we're at 96 and it's great. We don't have to, 2027 will be the next time we roll around to that. Hopefully we'll have a more consistent market, and in a time when we can really identify what values are. Right now, I would say that the market doesn't have a groove that it's in. There's a lot of dispersion out there, so I'm happy that this is not a study right now. Let me see here. Oh, okay, so our plan going forward is we plan on April 1st, having notices in the mail. That's very early for us. I think that's more than 2 weeks earlier than we've done
So
it.
I was thinking that was later, mid-April.
We're April 17th, I think, is our earliest one ever that I know of.
I think that was last year.
That was last year, so we're
Yeah.
17 days ahead
Right?
of that. And it is definitely true that the passing the PBS aids in that because of what we're not having to do. We're able to really focus on getting notices out. So we're calling that Plan A.
They've already got a how to protest your taxes meeting scheduled.
Oh, really?
Out on gonna be at Bella Brew.
Okay.
I've since being on this board, I've learned that it's part of the game that you have to play.
Yeah.
Like that, it doesn't surprise me. I'm totally fine with it.
Sure.
I went to one of those meetings when I first came, but I did wanna say, what did I wanna say? Oh, so in my interview for reappointment on the
Mhm.
board, the treasurer and Commissioner Rousseau at the county had requested or asking, is it possible for you to have like a presentation or a meeting to explain how to the public, to explain how the appraisal works, how their property is appraised in layman's terms.
I mean, I think we could, it could be a super long meeting. It would depend on because we're doing many different appraisals.
Well, I
Like
would
just
I
residential,
think just
if we did a residential, yeah, I mean,
Yeah, we wanna get into.
we're happy to do that. I have, learned that it's boring. It's boring. We're kind of nerdy.
Well,
You know, we're looking at spreadsheets and data.
What I think
But
would be super useful if we're talking about this. Like maybe at a commissioner's court or maybe a separate setting altogether,
Mhm.
just have you and maybe Matt, who's gonna be your chairperson.
Gee, thanks.
Saw that bus coming by, but just an overview and the process of it, and that it's not. Because before I got on the board, it was like the CAD is like the bad guy that appraises our property super high and like for no reason, you know?
Right.
But it's the legislature and the comptroller's office that's really pushing it, and then you do have to protest if you don't believe that your values are what they are, and so the general public, there's a. More education is always better kind of a deal, and it might be worth a 30-minute meeting with commissioners court or something that's televised or YouTubed or whatever that. I mean, at a minimum, it shows the commissioners that we're dedicated to showing
Yeah.
transparency and everything.
Yeah, I think, I mean, I'm perfectly fine with that. I do think there would be value in, like, if we did something like that and not doing everything. You know, not talking
Oh,
about.
yeah.
Just super,
Not talking
just
about
super
feedback.
basic.
Well, you could always do a video yourself and put it online,
That's
put it on the.
You'd rather go stand up there with
You'd
the
rather
ice on
stand
your
up
neck.
and say that.
Oh, to me, I would rather do that, cause I don't have to face people, and then you
yeah.
can just put
I
it
feel like
on
there
your
would be
website.
Take 27.
We were like, forget it, go to the board
Something like
meeting.
that. I'll go up there with you and stand up there with you. It just, because to me, like knowing what I knew before this, and even as an attorney for practicing in real estate and stuff. I didn't necessarily even know the full process until getting on the board and really learning everything. And a lot of it's in education and hearing it multiple times, and the appraisal district's not the big bad guy. There's a process under the legislature and under the law that we have to follow. And it's part of it, and I think that having you up there saying, we have our job to do, this is roughly how we do it real quick, but then you have to protest if you don't agree with it, you have to do it every year, it's just a part of it.
It is, it's called equalization. It's very necessary. It's a very necessary part.
It's their rights,
It is.
utilize
It
it.
is.
So I think maybe, if we're able to hit that April 1st deadline, which would be kind of funny, April Fool's Day.
Yeah.
Maybe in the immediate aftermath of that, we might try to get you scheduled to go to, we could even ask the entities, who wants to hear it, and you just go up there and, explain that you certified the role. Not certified the role, but you got the preliminary values out. And just, the front end of that process and ask them if they have.
That would be good with that time frame because you got until what, May 22nd to file your protest or whatever.
May 15th. That's one of the things I wanted to bring up, just so that you guys know, when the appraisal district decides to send out notices on the 1st, that means that owners are gonna have an extra 15 days to protest because it's a 30-day window. From April 15 to May 15, it never changes off of May 15. Unless you're after April 15 and then it moves 30 days. If you're before April 15, it still goes to May 15. That does not concern me giving people 15 extra days. I have zero concern about it. Could it mean more protests? Maybe, but maybe not. It may be simple. One thing is oftentimes people who protest are the people who protest. And the new people who protest, a lot of times have agents. They're usually being wooed. And so none of that, I'm gonna be very surprised, I could be very wrong, if giving an extra 15 days hurts our bottom line financially.
No, but it makes us look good as more of a, you got more time.
Yeah.
We did our job.
It has zero concern of mine. I'm happy to send the notices out on the 1st.
Good.
We get to get started. We
Yes.
want to get started.
Yeah.
We have a summer ahead of us and we want to get this thing going, and so we're happy to do it. That's plan A. There are things that could, we have to have our information to the printer by March 23rd. Today's the 5th. It's possible that we don't, for some reason, couldn't make that March the 23rd deadline. If we have something in our process that isn't right and we can't send notices out confidently, then we would have to delay in that April 1st. So it's a tentative
Mhm.
April 1st. We feel good about it, but it's,
Right,
that's a disclaimer.
Right.
yes.
Anything happens that slows us down, then we gotta, we'll have to move that date. And that might be it. We'll get prelims out early. I think that's it. I had some things I scribbled down just real quick. One is the Texas Division of Emergency Management contacted me today and let me know that we owe them $2,200 from 2020
What?
from money that they gave the appraisal district after the hurricane.
Statute of limitation is 4 years on collection actions.
Yeah, I was gonna say latches, huh?
They have submitted the documents and they said that they require us to pay within 30 days.
And they're 6 years later, yeah.
At this point,
We'll get that to you in 6 years.
I'm not rushing through this. I've got some work to do to find out exactly everything that we're talking about here.
But when somebody, I always defer to Roy D. Mercer, just ask him, how big an old boy are you?
So we'll see what this is all about. I just found out about it.
If you need help with it, let me know.
Okay. I think that's it, guys. Well, thank you. Matt, Val, was there anything?
Well, circling back to the minutes, I
Okay.
did make those changes.
And before we get to that, I wanted to get back on Ray's report. Another thing that has come up with, when I was talking to Commissioner Rousseau was that she had, I guess, was concerned that on the website,
Yeah.
that we don't have contact information except for an email
Or
for
Matt?
Matt. And we were talking about getting that contact to where it's like the county has, because I don't think I want my personal email out there. But so that you could have that, the IT puts it up there, you put your name in there and send it, and then that email goes to them.
So I asked our web vendor, who has right now told me that that's not a feature that they have. And that they would not be able to guarantee email protection from your email getting broadcast out to people.
So isn't it on your website now, on the same page as the board members, is the same form to contact y'all protest? Very much the same form.
On that, like contact us thing.
Mhm.
Now, I think what our website people are saying is that when people do that, they get my email address. When they do it. And that they told me that they don't have a way for that to not happen.
That's the whole point of having that they don't get your email address. I would be very surprised by that. That's the whole point of doing it that way.
When someone
So
does a
it's,
contact thing,
Right, the website submission,
website submission, that comes directly to me.
yes,
Cause I get a
right.
couple, 1 a day, 2 a day.
And I don't know, how that all
We'll look more
interfaces.
into it.
Yeah,
We'll
they
look more
shouldn't.
into
I
it.
mean, you're gonna get their email because they're submitting their email, but they should not ever get your email.
So this opens up a question that I have then. Would you want to receive emails?
Well, I think as a public board, I particularly don't want to, but as a public board, I would think that we should
Receive?
be open to receiving them.
Okay.
I don't know, how does everybody else feel? That was
They know
just
how
a
to get
comment.
hold of me, so I don't use
Oh,
my
yeah.
monitor.
I think that was one of the things that Jeff had tried to do with that email or whatever, that was the chairperson had.
I've never logged in, so I don't even know if I can.
Yeah,
Never
and that's
tried.
why Colleen had that, and that's why we didn't get that,
Yeah.
one applicant, because it went to her
Yeah.
secretariat.
So I don't ever advertise that, I
Yeah.
don't know that anyone else
Do you
does.
get
it.
emails?
Do I, not from anything here,
No, ever?
just the ones you guys
But
send,
did you ever get any, like complaint emails?
no. I don't even get any people flagging me down at stoplights either. Which is weird.
Well, next time I
So,
see you in
is your
town, I'll be looking
website
for
staying
you.
with, the county? No,
No, we have-
can you ask the county about theirs? Because, she was saying it's like,
That's right, because the CAD uses like there's like one main CAD web developer out
There's a
there.
company that dominates the market.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's why so many have same format.
Yeah.
We're in their group.
Yeah.
That's, yeah.
Yep.
we'll look further into
If
it.
you could.
We'll look further into it
Please select
and
this
see,
one.
yeah. Yes.
Okay, so, coming back, are we finished with that agenda? We
I have
good?
one more thing.
Oh, go ahead.
Because one more thing she had asked is on the letterhead from the CAD,
Yes, ma'am.
that on the left side of the letterhead, we have all the board members' names.
Right,
So that.
You
that's
got
taken
that?
care of.
yes,
Okay.
yes.
So,
That was it.
yeah, I had a discussion with Ray about that, you know, when we went to Commissioner's Court, I promised Commissioner Rousseau that we would add those formalities she had requested, and so, did y'all ever happen to make contact with her, just ask her, send her a sample, and go, is this what you're looking for, or?
I thought we did.
Okay.
And she
But-
said, thank you.
Mhm.
Okay,
That's
well,
what we
that's
received
good.
back.
But
Yeah.
I'll look back and make sure that we did, and
Yeah.
if not, definitely.
'Cause I'm
But
okay.
I wanna say we sent it.
I'm okay with whatever makes them happy, so it's fine with me. Anyway, okay, good deal. So circling back around to agenda item number 5. So here's what we have added. And then I'll ask for a motion, put them in. We have added that Chief Appraiser Anna Marshall was in attendance.
I'm the chief appraiser now?
I don't want that job.
Did I
thank you,
say
though. Yeah, you did, but I do not want that job, just so you know. I got enough for to do.
Okay,
They can keep it.
County Supreme Executive Anna Marshall.
There you go.
You get a job and you
You
get a
get a
job.
No,
Hey, I got a new job.
actually, it just says Anna Marshall.
That's
Is that okay? So Anna Marshall was in attendance under item number 1, and then under item number 8. It says chief appraiser evaluation, no action taken, action deferred to next summer as the chief appraiser was not appointed until July 2025. Does that accurately reflect the changes we wanted to make? Okay, well, I'll entertain a motion to that effect.
I make a motion, we accept the minutes as amended.
Okay, we have a second?
I'll second.
Second, we have a motion second. Is there any discussion? All right, hearing none, let's take the vote. All those in favor, aye?
Aye.
Aye. All those opposed, nay? Hearing none, motion carries 4-0. Okay, so I will sign this and pass it around so that everyone can sign it. And we will get this deal set in stone. We will serve. And do we have any other business before the board today? My agenda appears to be exhausted.
This Darren, that's-
However, as a point of personal privilege, I would be remiss if I didn't extend my congratulations to Mr. Lambert on potentially becoming Judge Lambert
Thank you so much.
at a point to be determined in the future.
And I would have to say congratulations to Val on a new position as well.
Thank you.
Oh, yes, very well, very well. Great, so, all right, I think we're gonna go ahead and I'm gonna entertain a motion to adjourn.
Make a motion to adjourn.
Motion,
Second.
that was second, any discussion? Hearing none, all those in favor, aye? Aye. All opposed, nay? Hearing none, motion carries 4-0. We stand adjourned at 5:56 PM.
Nice.
It's you, you're so efficient.
I'm telling you, man.
Very nice.
Well, you know, it's like
I
that.
need to
in
go.
practice.
I'm gonna have to go and look and see, I mean, I guess if the school district wants me to still be on the board, if there's a conflict of interest there going forward. I don't know if there is or not.
I wouldn't think so. I mean, there's not even conflict of interest for people who hold elective office.
I could see there being a conflict in district court. But on the
Yeah,
court of law, I don't know that the jurisdictions cross paths or.
I think it has to, by statute, it has to, any action has to be brought in district court. And you wouldn't be, I mean, potentially if you became a visiting judge down the road, then yeah,
But that's not,
that's way down the road.
yeah,
But yeah, I mean, it's whatever they want to do, of course, but
Right, right.
I don't see there being a pressing need.
Mhm.
What did you want me to sign here?
Okay, now, this is resolution for the AP
I got you.
City of Aransas, and then this next one is the contract for the audit, financial audit.
Okay.